Shalom, Kal Halala, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well. Salutations unto you, Akim and Aquatim that take heed. Alright, coming back again with the lesson. The marathon continues. Alright, with this guy, Nipsey Hussle, passing away. You know, he was quoted as, bringing out with the quote. You know, that was a saying. The marathon, the marathon continues. But his marathon, his angle or his perspective on the marathon is a worldly one. It's a worldly race. Okay, so what I did, I looked up this word marathon, 1896 marathon race from story of Greek hero Pydus, who in 490 BC ran to Athens from the plains of Marathon. So that was a place, location, to tell of the allied Greek victory there over Persian army. Okay, and that shows you these terms and quotes that these celebrities coin. It all goes back to witchcraft anyway, because that's a Greek term, man. The Greek and the Latin. Okay, but the real marathon is running your course in this word, enduring in this word. And what I did, there's the word athon here, which is it says also thon, word forming element denoting prolonged activity and usually some measure of endurance. Now we know what the word endurance means. The word endurance means literally to make hard. All right, like you gotta when you see boxers train with 2 or 5 pound dumbbells and they're punching very heavy, that's endurance, because your body, your biceps, your arms are telling you, I can't, it's burning up, I'm done. But you keep pushing, you keep enduring, and you're making hard. You're making your muscles harder. And your mind, most importantly, which is your biggest muscle, right? Your brain. Clearly, this is the course that the men of the Lord are in. See? This is that course, man, of endurance. Right? Now, I got a few scriptures here. I'm going to go to Hebrews 12:1 first. This is Hebrews 12:1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience. Right? Run with patience the race that is set before us, which is what our course, man. Our lot in this truth, pushing this word, enduring. See? And it says run with patience. The word patience means to suffer. Alright? Verse 2, looking unto Yahushai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself. Why was it a contradiction? Because all those people accusing him of things were far gone, man. They were filth. Them Pharisees, dirty ass Pilate, Pontius, the Edomite, all his accusers, the high priest, a bunch of filth, man. Them fucking wicked Israelites back then, talking about let his blood be upon us and our children. That was a great contradiction, man. He was the unblemished lamb, man. There was no blemish in him. Okay. Verse 3, for consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest he be wearied and faint in your minds. See, and this is why brothers say, man, look to our examples, man, our kings, our prophets, but mainly our Lord, man, Yahushai. Look what he endured. He endured. This whole universe is really his. He created it through the power of his father, Yahweh, and everything in him, man. And he came with his head low as a humble man, suffering reproach and back chatter and physical pain, trauma. So if you men are being worried, follow that example, man. Remember what it says. Remember what contradiction of sinners that the Lord endured, man. Verse 4: Ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin. Because no one really said, hey, okay, here's a guillotine. If you don't take this chip, or if you don't renounce Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we're gonna kill you. We haven't gone through that yet. So we gotta really, hey man, if you're being worried, man, get some strength, man. Pray, fast, do what you gotta do, meditate. Watch these videos, man. These the apostles and elders that they bring out information, get inspiration, man. That was that. That was the point on the race. Now let's go to, of course, 1 Corinthians 9. Verse 23, and this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker thereof with you. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. See, the marathon continues, man. We're in this race, man. And if you have ever ran, 8K, 10K, 10 kilometers, or not 10, what am I talking about? 8 miles or 10 miles. 10 miles is, if you're not conditioned, it's pretty rough, man. If you run a 10-mile mark, when you first start off, you might, you don't know the pace. You gotta say your pace, because you might, I'm running good. And then 3-4 minutes later, your gas tank is out, because you were actually kind of sprinting. An endurance race or long marathon race is not one of sprinting. Okay. In technical terms, it's your anaerobic system, which is basically what you do when you lift something heavy or something like that. For a marathon or endurance race, it's your aerobic system. Okay, aerobics, everyone's heard of that, right? Which is a pace. You cannot exert too much energy, because if you do, you're gonna gas yourself out. So you gotta run at a pace. You gotta breathe. If you feel like you can't make it, or you're slowing, or you're you're getting tired, and you're like, damn, I got another 3 miles, you gotta pull back your pace. See, it's a very mental thing, man. When you're running, it's very applicable to this ministry we're in, man. To our course, to our run. You might be gung ho, man, and sprint out the gate, and then you get wearied, man. You're on fire, man. Like Apostle Tahar says, guys are on fire, and then they can't control it. They can't mitigate it, so it ends up burning them. To be honest, because you don't know what kind of power you really hold, man. It says, verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. See, temperance. Right? If you're in the lowest state, pursuant to Ecclesiastes 2, you gotta be patient when you are changed to a lower state. Okay. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. And Paul was referring to what? The Olympic Games at that time, the Greek Games, right? The Greek and Roman Games that were going on. You had swimming, you had running, sprinting, all kinds of different sports. And again, this applies to like what Nipsey and all these celebrities are pushing. I gotta get my bread, man. I gotta get my grind on. I gotta do me. I gotta buy real estate. I gotta do this and that. But these are all corruptible things, man, because they're laying up treasures in earth, wherein men can break through and steal, as pertained to what Yahweh Shai said. He said, but we are laying up treasure in heaven, man, which is incorruptible. Incorruptible, man. It says, verse 26, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, because you have a goal, you're focused. So fight I, not as one that beateth the air, right? I'm not trying to throw haymakers and gas myself out. I'm being a technicianist. You can have an aggressive guy that in boxing or MMA, whatever, psychs the person out. Like Tyson, he said a lot of guys were beat before they even stepped in the ring because he would psych them out. But lo and behold, one day a man comes that he doesn't get psyched out by you, and he paces himself. He's a technicianist. He's slipping your punches. He's rolling. He's using his footwork. He makes you frustrated, makes you pay, and takes you out, man. Okay? You got to be the same way. Not just mad and fuck Esau and go crazy and all that shit, man. You got to be temperate. Right? Verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. Because can you imagine knowing you're the kings and priests of the earth, man? Knowing you're better than these heathens, but you got to subject yourself to them. Especially if you work with them or you interact with them. Man, that's some endurance right there. That's subjection, right? Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. See, so Paul said, I can't go so-called. What he's saying is too hard, man. Which there's no such thing as too hard, but what I mean is just like what he's saying, beateth the air. Not running uncertainly, like not having a goal in your mind. You're just going on the highways and screaming at the top of your lungs and really not knowing what you're doing. Now let's look up this word. I looked up the word race from the Greek treko or treko, meaning to run, of persons in haste, of those who run in a race course. Metaphor of doctrine rapidly propagated, which that's what we're doing. This truth is coming out in light speed, man. By metaphor taken from runners in a race, to exert oneself, strive hard, to spend one's strength in performing or attaining something. Right? Word occurs in Greek writings denoting to incur extreme peril, which it requires the exertion of all one's effort to overcome. That sounds like this truth to me. That's what this word is to me, man. It's excruciating. It's exertion of one's efforts to overcome, man. See? So this thing is serious, man. So hey, the marathon continues, man. Okay, not the worldly marathon, the spiritual marathon. This course, this race, man. Which the Solomon even said that, man. Because we're talking about not beating the air. This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happiness to them all. See? So just because you're swift in a race, man, doesn't mean you're going to make it. You can look very good aesthetically and in the moment. You got to pace yourself, man. All right? So with that, I just want to say, I hope you're edified. Hey, the marathon continues, man. Keep pushing. Stay in the spirit. I want to say, Kal Halala Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Ba'Hashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles at GMS, who I learned this truth from, who rule well, and salutations unto you, Akim, Wa'akwathem, that do take heed in solemnity and in truth. And we rebuke the spirit of Easter and all these pagan-ass holidays that are occurring right now, man. All right? So stay your course, fight your battle, endure the sufferings, with patience, man. Okay, until next time, Lord's will. Shalom.